everybody, welcome back. I'm glad you're all here. My name is Ann Gabriel. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I make and sell barrettes and hair accessories from my house here in Houston, Texas. I sell them on Etsy at Ann Gabriel Shop, and then on my own website. And I'm making coffee. It's ready. And then my own website at handgabriel.com. I'm not even going to bother to edit that out. I'm just going to leave that in there because the coffee is amazing and I really wanted a cup this afternoon. I went swimming today. It was great. It was so hot and it was like, wow, it was like the best. But then, like, you know, when you come in from swimming, you get kind of cold. That's where we're at. So I thought we'd just have a cup of coffee today and have a conversation. A conversation about what, you may ask? A conversation about boxes. Woo, woo. Because you may say, and there is nothing interesting about boxes. And I say, no, my friend, that is not true. The boxes world is a roller coaster of ups and downs, might I tell you, for a small business. So stick around. We have things to talk about. And I hope you will enjoy. I want to show you quickly my 2 barrettes for the fall. My website is wildly outdated. It's like set for June. But I'm going to try to get it updated this weekend. And so we're going to add 2 new barrettes for the fall. This one's going to be, this is the olive. And hopefully that color is coming out well. Not looking too dark. And then this one is a brown whose name is TBD. I don't know what it is yet. I was thinking originally chestnut, but chestnut I think has a little bit more red in it. And these do not have red in them. It is just a dark, dark, gorgeous brown. So hopefully it's not looking black, but it is brown. And these are gonna look good in anyone's hair. And then I especially though, if you are a ginger, if you have like a reddish blonde or just a straight up red and you order these olive breads, I'm like desperate. You have to send me pictures of it because I think they're going to be gorgeous in your hair. So please let me know. So we're going to do that today. But otherwise, we're just going to chill out for a minute and just have a conversation about boxes. Because one of the reasons I do these whole like YouTube things is like I kept looking for YouTube as a resource for small businesses. And there are things that are just missing from that conversation because I think a lot of the conversations around small businesses aren't really all that practical. And I needed like practical advice. There's like information for businesses that have lots of people, but I don't have lots of people. I have me and Etsy and a website, and we do it all. And what I desperately wanted, because I'm a sucker for packaging, is I wanted custom boxes. And the road of custom boxes has led me down to the road of custom advent calendar boxes, which is really what this whole video is about, is my advent calendar boxes. But let's just start from the beginning. And this, like I said, this is not an advice. This is just like, this is what happened to me. This is my experience. So I watched enough videos with small businesses. They got these great looking boxes. And I'm like, how do I get a great looking box for my tiny business? And so I looked around, and if you just Google, right, a ton of companies pop up. They'll make your custom boxes. I had 2 problems though. One, I had no idea how to design a custom box. Like where to begin, sizes, quantities, money, what seemed reasonable, what wasn't. I just didn't even know where to begin. And 2, like there's a monetary thing, right? Like they're assuming you need hundreds of boxes to make the boxes. And I just don't have that many customers right now. Like I am happy with, I don't know, 10 customers a month. I'm pretty chill with that. Now, I'm not saying I wouldn't love 100 customers a month. I just don't have 100 customers a month. I have a couple customers. No, I have more than that. 10 customers a month. So it's not feasible for me to buy 1,000 boxes. Where would I even put them? What would I do with them? So, and box companies they either want you to buy a ton of boxes and then they bring the price way down low per box, or you can buy a few boxes, but they're going to charge you a fortune for it. So you're spending like, let's make up a number, like $1,000 regardless, but you're either getting, 20 boxes for that $1,000, or you're getting like 300 boxes for that $1,000. And so you're like, ugh, right? So I was looking at these companies online, and I had a suspicion. I don't know if this is true, because I've since decided this may not be true. And my philosophy on these boxes has changed over time. But when I began, I had a suspicion that the online people were just middlemen between me and China. And that these boxes were all being printed in China. But there was some like facade company. That's daddy dinners. That there was a facade company between me and China that was working as an intermediary and then charging me a fortune because, they spoke English. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. I don't want to hear it. That's just the truth of the matter. Okay. I don't even know if that's true. And I was like, let's just go see what Alibaba's doing. So I popped over to Alibaba, and there's just box companies, mail to you direct, will help you design and whatever. And I fell into communication with the company that made my small boxes, ultimately these. And they were actually very helpful. One, they were not like total dicks about me having a small order, which some of the companies were. And two, the woman I worked with was very patient with me not even having an idea of what kind of box I wanted. I had seen something similar to this with the two-tone on their website, and I just liked it. And I liked the little ribbon that comes out here. I thought that was great. And I liked the two-tone. And so I just worked with her. And then I used my regular original kind of like Ann Gabriel and like the 1970s font that I have purchased the commercial rights to. I forget its name. It's called, actually I do. It's Analog. I have purchased the commercial rights to use it. Now, when I got these boxes, I was like, but not because of the quality. I just wish I had not pushed, like from the start of me deciding I wanted the box to me actually purchasing things were a few days. And I wish I had taken longer, because, and originally, here's the battle I had. This is too much information. I struggle internally in all aspects of my life with wanting to have an architectural digest home that is sparse and gray and neutral and devoid of all things. And the true me, which is like color and excess and maximalist everywhere. Like, I like things out. I like where I can see them. I like colors. What I like to look at aesthetically versus like who I actually am are vastly different people. And I had that struggle with this box because originally I was like, let's do it like a very kind of taupe, expensive looking adult, because my Barrettes are for adults, not for 7-year-olds, and for adults. And I wanted a jewelry box that looked expensive and adultish. The problem is that's not really true to who I am. And so it was originally like taupe, which it might look like on screen here, but it's actually kind of a light pink. And then I was like, actually, let's do a light pink. And I switched it up. The problem is I just don't really like it. And my next boxes will probably look totally different. But the quality is very good. Their communication with me was very good. The woman was very nice. And as soon as I run through these boxes, we'll have a different conversation. But I do like them. It definitely could have been worse. I'm not like a hater of them. I'm not like, let's just like throw them out and start over. Of course I'm going to use them. But I wish I'd gone maybe like a brighter pink, or, like I stopped trying to be uptight or sophisticated or something, and really just accepted who I am. Okay, so last season I was like, I want to have an advent calendar box, but I was too late on the ordering the custom box. And then there's the other option, which is getting a pre-made, like just empty box that they sell them on like Amazon, and there's some people on Etsy and stuff. But I'll tell you, it's like, listen, if you want to start a business making advent calendar boxes or countdown boxes for small businesses. That are just kind of beautiful and like kind of nondescript in a way, right? That would just fill a variety of uses. Because the boxes that they sell are either really, really flimsy, or they have like windows or like poke through things that are like this big for like a piece of chocolate, or they're just like god awful ugly. Like, why even make a box that ugly? Like, come on, just give me a little something. Give me something I can work with, right? And so I couldn't find anything. I ended up having this great idea, which was a great idea, to use makeup bags and then gift wrap everything and put them in the makeup bags. So that did work. I sold a few of them, but in my soul was not like a custom made advent box. So this year I was determined to do that. So once again, I knew I had to start earlier this year. It's way earlier, but later than I should have. It was like May. I decided, maybe into June. I decided, let's get an advent calendar box. And I really was just going to get something. I looked high and low for months for something that was like pre-made. I could just buy 20 of them, or that was like nondescript. And there were some that were like almost acceptable, but I could not find just the right one for me. And finally I caved in. I said, no, I'm just gonna have to get these made. So when that happened, I reached back out to the people who made these boxes, and I said, I need your help again, but I'm not going to sell that many of them. So how much for me to just get 30? 30 turned to 50, which turned to 70, which turned to 80. So 80 is the final number. I bought 80 boxes. And it's not the cost so much of the 80 boxes solo. You have to imagine that within the 80 boxes, there's also 12 smaller boxes, because I'm just doing 12 days. So that's 900 boxes. Right? So the price is expensive. The 900 small boxes have no decoration on the inside. I couldn't afford that. So the outside box is decorated, the inside flap, and then the boxes are not decorated, but I'm going to make stickers on my Cricut and we'll be okay. So I guess I've been holding off showing anyone what it will look like, but between you and me, like 50 of you will watch this video. So let's just go ahead and let me insert a picture here. I don't know, I'm going to have to do that. Because I have to learn how to edit every time I want to do something like that. But I'll insert a picture for you so you can see about it. And this time, I went for the pink. And pink is it? I know it's not a Christmas color. So anyways, I'm really happy about it in general. It's definitely not Architectural Digest, whatever. So anyways, she worked with me. We got the colors. I think hopefully it all worked out. I finally put in the order, and then it took them a while to make them. And then I'll tell you what, then they shipped them, and I was like, I'm gonna have them in plenty of time to send them out to places. But anyways, they're not here. They were supposed to be here August 10th, and it is August 18th. They've been stuck in customs for forever. And I got really scared about this whole Trump tariff thing. So I was like, okay, I spent all this money on advent calendar boxes. What if they tack on another like $700 or $1,000 to the cost of it? Like, then what? Like, what does that do to my bottom line? It's gonna make the boxes almost almost no way for me to recoup my money, right? So that's like a whole nother issue that I was worried through. But now I can't even get them out of customs, and I'm worried that they're lost because I've done some Googling, because, me and Google, I've done some Googling, and they say things are going through customs in Long Beach. There's not like a 5-week backup, but my boxes have been stuck in customs for like 5 weeks. So that's where we are. So since then, I have found a printing company not far from my house, and I've yet to go visit them. I'm going to do a field trip. But I do wonder. So, like, the idea was like, the Chinese boxes were supposed to be, I thought, I don't even know. They might, I don't even know what a local company charges to make boxes. But the Chinese ones, I thought were going to be cheaper. And they might be. I really don't know. But I'm telling you that the stress of having them in customs for 5 weeks, the question of or not, if there's going to be a tariff associated with them, all that has made me rethink ordering them through China again. But I was thinking, as a small business, and I do really like to shop other small businesses, what I should have done is gotten in the car and driven over to a small business and checked them out. And that's what I'm going to do in the future, because I'm not sure that this company in China, as good as they were, and as much as I have really appreciated the woman who worked with me, her expertise in the matter, this experience of waiting for my boxes for 5 weeks in customs has made it not worthwhile to me. Because it's caused me a lot of stress. So that is the ups and downs. I would have told you a day ago that my boxes were lost. She emailed me today, to tell me that they just got out of customs and that they should be with me momentarily. Okay. I went on FedEx, though, and the tracking number does not suggest that FedEx has them. Now, that may lag, so maybe FedEx will have them tomorrow or Wednesday or Thursday. And so maybe I'll get them next week, which would still give me time to get them out the first week of September, like the promo ones. So all that may still work out just fine, right? But would I do it again the same way? I'm not really sure. So anyways, that's my story. That's the ups and downs. It's the roller coaster, drama filled. Where are my boxes? Are they lost? Are they forever customs? But they said that they're not lost, that they're just still stuck in customs. We'll see. And they have not charged me anything yet. Watch me get like a bill tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so I'm going to call that an end to today's video on boxes. I guess there'll be a part 2 when we go to the place down the street and check in with them and see what they're charging. And then by then, maybe I'll have my boxes. If you are a small business YouTuber, Instagrammer, and you would like one of my boxes to open up on your channel, I am going to set aside like 4 of my boxes for small channels, haulers, and to open if they want to. So just message me, let me know, and I'll put you on the list. I hope you have a great day. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope you will like and subscribe or share this with a friend who also doesn't know the ups and downs of drama-filled soap opera ordering boxes from China story. I hope you have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.